all you in this room are entertainers, and you have a job to do, and I respect it, right? And I'm a competitor, so I have a job to do as well. And I think, just understanding that, that's how I've lived by, and I've said that multiple times, so definitely not a new quote. I'm all about our team, and each other. I would never make that, and I've said it before, that's why it's interesting, but for me, I've explained it, entertainers are you all, competitor, that's what I am, and all my teammates, and we've all...
Apparently, Dillon Gabriel is losing his mind like a toddler denied candy because Shedeur Sanders got the exclusive Nike invite, and he didn't. Temper tantrums, jaw drops, and epic side-eye incoming. Trust me, you won't believe how wild this meltdown gets. Grab popcorn, it's chaos.
About what I just said about the shoe opportunity that could present itself for Nike, who's a Nike school. And the reason I say Nike is because it's a Nike school. They don't want another brand with the kid wearing them on field, but they get him head to toe. Okay, not just off the field. They can get him head to toe with a signature shoe. If he had that right now, and you mentioned record-breaking Colorado State, Skip, how many eyeballs would have seen that? What did you call it, Michael? Number 2.
The Cleveland Browns locker room turned into a full-blown reality show this week, and the star of the meltdown, Dillon Gabriel. Apparently, someone forgot to tell Gabriel that Nike doesn't hand out invites like participation ribbons, and the moment he saw Shedeur Sanders' name front and center on the NextGen football showcase list, chaos erupted.
You're coming in here as the 3rd round pick. Shedeur's coming in as the 5th round pick, yet he brings a lot of the social media and the entourage and the hype and all the hoopla and all that kind of stuff. So what is your sort of mindset or approach to that whole notion of that?
Yeah, I mean, for me, life of simplicity is a life full of, focus. Life of, complexity comes with life of distractions, but for me, I'm focused. I'm simple. I know what I want to accomplish.
We're not talking mild frustration. Shedeur Sanders, meanwhile, is scrolling calmly on his phone, barely noticing the hurricane unfolding beside him. Jerseys are selling out. Social media is blowing up. Nike is rubbing their hands in glee while Gabriel is left staring at a blank invite like it personally insulted him. It's almost poetic.
Yeah, going to
he didn't want me to come. He's like, Dad, I may get 3-4 reps at practice. I don't want you seeing that. Like, come on, no, I'm not where I need to be. Let me get where I need to be. And it's so funny because this is his first time, man. Yeah. Ever. And he's dealing with it like a pro. Like he ain't mad, he ain't bitter. He's like, I got work to do, and I'm gonna put in this work. One thing, they're gonna have to let me play. Preseason gonna come. And when preseason come, watch me.
His agent had the pitch ready, highlighting the walk-on turned NFL starter underdog narrative, the Heisman finalist story, the works. Nike, however, quietly decided to pull the plug without so much as a courtesy text.
Now, fast forward recently to Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders' son, goes viral, but not for football, but for how he structured his contract. He had an equity clause in his deal with Gatorade. That clause basically said, I'm not just here as a name or a body. I want part of what's being built off of me. I want ownership in the outcome. So that clause essentially just preserved his interest. And he didn't walk away with just a one-time check. He walked away with his corrected status in the contract, and he claimed his equity.
And then the meltdown, slamming lockers, shouting about last names over actual performance, pacing like he was on a tightrope over a pit of angry fans. Teammates tried the classic calm down tactic, but Gabriel was already gone, mentally, emotionally, physically, completely evaporated.
Shedeur was fantastic last night. I'm rooting for him to succeed in the NFL, but this is a little too much here, right? This is just a little too much. Last night after the game, Nike drops an ad, only a matter of time, with the caption, when you get your opportunity, create your next one. I get what they're doing. They probably hit their social media impressions and engagement goals last night because this went off. But the bottom line...
Meanwhile, Shedeur was probably thinking, if this guy throws one more hissy fit, he's practically entertaining the crowd for free. Gabriel is outperforming him. But numbers don't sell sneakers. Social media followers do. Within hours, fans were roasting Gabriel like he'd just walked into a spiderweb and discovered he's allergic.
Shedeur is, his nickname is Grown. I call him Grown. In my phone, he's up on the Grown because he's been very mature his whole life.
Yeah.
He gets it. He understands leadership. He understands what he needs. He can read a defense like the back of his hand. He's very accurate, but he works. If you understand the works that he put in the offseason and the training and the arms and the shoulders and the hips and the legs, like he knows this position and knows this game like the back of.
Every post felt like adding salt to an already open locker wound. Meanwhile, Shedeur is signing autographs, flashing a grin that screams, "I'm untouchable." The optics? Brutal for Gabriel. Practice the next day was even worse.
And it's almost cheating because this year, we're like the NFL. We get to have the headsets and the microphones and the headsets.
Oh, yeah.
So now you got Pat Shurmur being able to talk to the quarterback as well as me. It's going to be like cheating because giving him those tips right before the snap is going to be unbelievable.
It's one of those look at the contrast moments. One quarterback spiraling, the other quietly thriving, off-field empire already in motion. Coach Stefanski tried to mediate, bringing both quarterbacks into a private meeting to talk about unity, teamwork, and focusing on winning games instead of chasing sponsorships. Gabriel wasn't having it.
Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, went on the Asante Samuel podcast. First of all, shout out to those two legends, man. They chopped it up on the podcast after having differences on the T-step technique in the cornerback position earlier this year, which Asante Samuel used the T-step. Deion was like, you don't need the T-step. But anyway, they talked that out. But I want to address what Deion Sanders said about his son, Shedeur Sanders, and all the talk that was around Shedeur, that Shedeur went into meetings with NFL teams unprepared, and he went into some meeting.
Allegedly, he accused the organization of playing favorites, pointed out how Shedeur gets more promotional appearances, more social media highlights, basically more everything. Stefanski tried diplomacy, but Gabriel cut him off like a cable at peak tension. Meanwhile, Shedeur stayed silent, professional, letting the numbers and optics do the talking.
I'm a massive Shedeur Sanders fan. I'm a massive fan of what Deion Sanders has done at Colorado. I have a Shedeur Sanders jersey in my closet. But the victory lapping I'm seeing on this app and over on Twitter right now about Sanders, it's absurd and it's delusional. I understand that a lot of Shedeur Sanders fans became college football fans whenever Deion came to Colorado. Now they're becoming NFL fans as Shedeur goes to the NFL. But what you need to understand is if Shedeur Sanders replicates his exact performance every time he steps on the field in preseason, that still might not be enough to play a singular snap in the regular season. And that sounds crazy, but it's...
Here's the kicker. The Browns front office is thrilled with the Shedeur effect. Merchandise sales up 40%. Social media accounts gaining hundreds of thousands of followers, brand value skyrocketing. Shedeur isn't just playing football, he's running a mini marketing empire. Gabriel's frustration isn't just locker room drama, it's existential.
He went into some meetings with headphones on, and Deion Sanders basically called trash on it. Not only he called trash on it, he said it's cap. Not only is it cap, he's saying basically they're lying on his son. And I tend to believe him because you telling me Shedeur Sanders, the son of an NFL, a Pro Football Hall of Famer, one of the best athletes to ever play the game, somebody who knows how to market themselves and know how important it is to market yourself to teams, organizations, and companies.
So what's next? Could Gabriel request a trade? Maybe. Will he ever recover from the Nike slap? Hard to say. One thing is clear. Cleveland is now officially Shedeur's playground, and Gabriel is learning the hard way that in today's NFL, it's not just about stats, talent, or hard work. It's about cultural clout, social media, and brand power.
Now it happens pretty regularly. If you replace the name Shedeur Sanders with any other name, you can see why. For example, I would say that both Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson actually looked better than Shedeur Sanders. Mason Rudolph came in, went 9 for 10, left the game. Skylar Thompson comes in and goes 20 for 28 for 3 touchdowns. Do we think that Skylar Thompson has any chance at all of being the Steelers quarterback of the future? No, of course he doesn't. As a Steelers fan, it is impossible to forget the Kenny Pickett performance, going 13 for 15, scoring a touchdown on every single drive of his preseason, and then proceeding to be absolutely awful. If you're one...
So what do you think? Will Gabriel swallow his pride and bounce back, or will this meltdown end his Browns' run for good? Drop your take in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe before Shedeur's next highlight breaks the internet again.